Hi Spintronics fans! As a lot of you guys probably already know, Spintronics is having our indoor color guard auditions this weekend. And I know it's audition season for a lot of teams all across the country and all around the world right now. So whether you are doing winter guard, drum corps, or color guard marching band, depending on the season where you're at, these are some tips to help you have a great audition. Okay, so the very first thing you should do whenever you're getting ready for an audition is you need to do your research. Go to the website that the organization has and learn what you can about their company. Learn what you can about maybe some of the shows that they've done in the past, and then look for audition-specific information. What are the skills they're going to want you to know before you go to the audition? How do they want you to dress? Where do you need to be? What time do you need to be there? All of that information is absolutely essential for you to have a good audition. You need to know these things. Secondly, my chihuahua back here is trying hard not to give you an example of number 2, which is make sure you get plenty of sleep the night before the audition. I know you want to be cool and you're excited and you want to stay up all night and you just think, oh, I'll just stay up and I'll be so ready and I'll have so much energy. That's wrong. You do not look, act, or sound your best when you are tired. So make sure you go to bed early, do whatever you need to do, drink some tea, listen to a white noise machine, whatever you need to get the best sleep of your life the night before the audition. Trust me, it will pay off. Tip number 3, make sure you're dressed appropriately for the audition. This is, again, information you can get from the website because some places have a dress code for their actual audition. They might want you to wear all black. They might want you to wear something that's form-fitting. They might want you to wear something that's revealing or not revealing. That's part of your research beforehand. Now, with whatever freedom you have with your dress for the audition, I say wear something that is very you. Because what's going to happen is later on after the auditions, whenever the committee is sitting together and talking about all the auditionees, because they do that, you know they do, they're not going to be like, oh yeah, Megan, her, because they just met you. They don't know your name. They're going to say, oh yeah, the girl who had the pink barrette in her hair, or the girl who had that purple belt on. I remember sitting in on one audition that I did, and the committee kept talking about the girl in the orange sports bra. Even though she was wearing a white t-shirt over it, you could still see that the sports bra was orange through her shirt. So find something that's uniquely you that nobody else is going to have and wear that. Make sure it's not something that's going to interfere with your dancing or with your spinning at all. Like you don't want to wear a big long flowy skirt that attaches to your wrist to go to a color guard audition. But make sure it's something that's uniquely you, the committee is going to recognize you for. But only if you're allowed to, remember, check the website first. They might require you to wear nothing but black. That's okay too. That just means you're going to have to show them more with your personality. Tip number 4 is get there early. I'm not talking like 3 days before and camp out overnight, okay? That's a little bit too much even for me. But arriving to the audition 20 to 30 minutes before it's actually supposed to start is a great way to, number 1, start meeting people, number 2, get familiar with your surroundings, and number 3, warm up. A lot of auditions I know will incorporate a warm-up session with the audition, so you don't have to warm up beforehand. However, just in case they don't, that gives you some time to get your body warmed up, start taking some tosses, and like I said before, getting used to your environment. Maybe you've never spun in a gymnasium that has a white ceiling before. Have you ever tossed your rifle in a gymnasium like that? You kind of lose the gun, so it's something you have to get familiar with a little bit before you actually get started. And my 5th and final tip is perform everything. If they tell you to do the choreography in a specific way and they want you to take your hand across like this, don't just go like this. Go like this. Or whatever the emotion is that you're supposed to be portraying. Really, really put your own personality into it and make sure you make that audition your own, because they're looking for people who not only can perform the steps correctly, but they're also looking for people who really put everything into it and want to be there and attract the audience. Okay, I know I said I was going to do 5, but I feel like this one's really important, so you get one more bonus tip. Listen to everyone around you. There are instructors, There are veteran members. There are people who have been there. Listen to what they're saying, watch what they're doing, and kind of think about it as a when in Rome situation. If the instructor tells you something and you don't understand, listen to the vets, watch them. A lot of times you can get something from watching people before you start asking any questions. I know tons and tons of instructors, dance, color guard, whatever, who absolutely hate whenever students ask questions. I'm not one of those people. However, I do think there's a time and place for questions. So if I say, okay guys, take your arm like this, and then you immediately come back with, oh, do you mean like this or like this? No, 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 no. Do it first. Okay? Watch the people around you. Make sure you're paying attention to everything that's going on. And that's it from me. I will put a couple of links in the description below. So if you guys still want some more audition tips and you want to do some reading on it, I've found a few resources that are really helpful. And a lot of it comes from other instructors, other audition committees, and other people who've done auditions over and over again. Whether this year is your first audition or you've been auditioning for years, hopefully we can get you some information that's going to help you make this your best audition. Guys, thanks for watching. Make sure you like and share this video, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and make sure you get your friends to subscribe too, because color guard is so much more fun when you do it on a team.